Don't skip this step when it comes to growing sugar snap peas. Sugar snap peas, especially the vining types, are going to have these tiny little tendrils that the plant produces after they've grown 3, 4, 5 inches tall. These tendrils are the plant's ability to grab on to strong structures that will support the vines as they grow. These pea plants, you can see right along the heart of the plant, the stems are these cylindrical, somewhat hollow structures, and the plant just knows inherently that it needs to be near something strong and steady as it climbs and grows to produce fruit. So when these plants start to release these little tiny tendrils, you want to be sure that your plants don't look like mine. So currently I planted these from seed. This is from our Gardenary seed system peas, and they're looking awesome. I mean, they're beautiful, they're growing, and they're doing great, but I've made a mistake in that I've let these plants get to the point where they've got tendrils, they produce tendrils, but I haven't yet given them something to climb onto. So we've got this huge trellis. I know that the plants are going to be supported long term, but because the trellis is a thicker gauge and there's nothing here right at the base of the soil line, these peas don't know that I'm here for them and I'm going to support their growth. So the way to amend that is you're just going to take a little bit of twine. This is just a jute twine, and I'm going to tie it right alongside the base of the trellis. Now what I like to do first is just tie the twine, and then I'll tuck the peas right up underneath the twine itself. So I'm going to do this. You want to tie it pretty nice and tight, and then you can start to tuck the peas into the twine as they go. So I'll cut this off, and then I want to do a couple of layers so that this mistake does not happen again. So I'll do one probably every 2 or 3 inches as I go up the trellis. And you might do 2 or 3 rows together, and then you can come back later and do another 2 or 3 rows. The most crucial time, just like most other parts of the garden, is right here at the beginning. Once the plant starts to grow and take off, it's less crucial that the tendrils feel supported, but at this very beginning stage, you don't want them to be left hanging. So I'm going to take my pea plant, tuck it up under here, and see how I kind of twined it in and out. This is so that this tendril can feel the twine right underneath it and will hopefully grab onto it tonight. So I'm going to take each and every one of these plants, tuck it up under the twine, and then hope that it gets the message that I'm here to support it and it keeps growing. Now there's another kind of pea plant, which is a bush pea plant, and these sometimes have tendrils, but they don't need the same amount of support that the vining ones do. So if you're growing the pole variety of a sugar snap pea, don't make the same mistake I did. Don't leave those tendrils hanging. In fact, it's probably a good practice the day you plant your seeds, you want to go ahead and add some twine right alongside your trellis so that as soon as they start to produce tendrils, you're already there to support them to grow to the next level. Now, if you want to learn how to grow the Gardenary way, this is just one of many lessons we love to teach you, and you can find those at gardenary.com. We've also got a free calendar you can download at gardenary.com/calendar. You give us 2 dates, and we tell you all the rest of the dates you need to know for your own location, where you live, to know what to plant and when to plant it, including peas. We've also got lots of seeds and all kinds of products to help you grow your best garden ever in the Gardenary shop. And you can find a link for that at gardenary.com or right below this video. Thanks so much for watching. Tell me your problems, your biggest challenges when it comes to growing something like peas, and I'll be trying to answer them in upcoming videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.